All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome everyone here to the state of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fawkes.
I don't know why. I just felt like I needed a dramatic pause there for some reason. I don't really know. How you doing tonight, Jules?
I'm doing all right.
It's been another week. Are you're still alive? You got?
Oh yeah. Still alive. I'm lifting some weights right now.
Nice. We're beefing up. Yeah. We are oiling up, beefing up.
Oh yeah.
We're getting ready.
The beach is that way.
Do you guys have beaches over there in Canada?
Yeah. I wouldn't go swimming in them in the water.
Yes. We have nice beaches over here in Jersey. That's the one thing we have. I mean, every now and then you'll find a syringe, but that's okay. I'm wrong with that.
Ours. We're attached to a big, giant, deep Canadian lake, so even in the dead of summer, that thing is really, really cold.
Sounds fun, though. All right, so we're going to jump into our top story of the evening. Top story of the evening. Lady Gaga drops a synthwave track. Jules, what? Yes, with her latest track, Stupid Love, it appears that even major recording artists are now jumping on the bandwagon, dipping their toes into the synthwave niche. I guess it was Bruno Mars before that? Or no, The Weeknd, right?
Well, yeah, The Weeknd, although The Weeknd's done it before. I mean, he collaborated with Kavinsky.
He did. So, it is what it is, but we do have a little bit more on that story. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to kick it over to our Mr. Vosto Vlad, who has a little bit more on the subject. Vosto.
Hello, Dennis. I am here in the Night Ride Radmobile with producer and DJ from Russia, creator of the techno babushka song, Samilov Hedbersky. Samilov, tell us, are you going to ever consider creating a synthwave track?
Oh, you mean that style The Weeknd and Lady Gaga are creating?
Well, not exactly. Those artists inspire from the synthwave already existing style.
No, I don't think you are correct. You see, I have it right here on YouTube. The Weeknd Blinding Lights, 90 million views. And Lady Gaga's Stupid Love, 28 million views in the first 7 days.
Yes, but they didn't invent the style. It was already refurbished by the basement-dwelling nerds.
No, Vlad, my friend. It is time you understand that the 80s was a time period, and it is for everyone to inspire from. When I created Techno Babushka, I too inspired from that time period, except I added big hard bass on top of it.
Okay, but you see, synthwave as a whole is a specific reimagination of the 80s, and what these popular superstars create is very similar to that specific reimagination already developed by others, and not just an innocent inspiration from the 80s. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So where am I coming from then?
You're coming from cyberspace, in the Night Ride Radmobile.
No. I mean, do you understand my statement?
Нет, Techno Babushka.
Okay then, have it your way.
You know what, my friend? I was kidding. Of course I know synthwave. In fact, I am really excited not only about the music, but about this amazing upcoming retrowave-inspired video game called Retro Drive. Some of my favorite synthwave producers like Neon Fawkes and Michael Oakley are contributing soundtracks to this. I found out that the story is about a college kid who wants to catch up with his friends, to get drunk and listen to our bass. But the only way to do that is with his special car. And you also have a special car, my friend. So are you going to buy this game?
This Retro Drive sounds like a tremendous idea, and I will support it monetarily. When it's released, of course, and I will play it from my very own Night Ride Radmobile.
Isn't it incredible how he will return back home after partying with his friends? You know what happens in Russia with those drunk driver videos?
I sure do, and I definitely recommend public transport for his return. It says here that the game will be released on the 1st of May on iOS, with an Android version to follow. It looks like May is going to be an interesting time for games. We've got Virtuaverse and now Retro Drive. This is very rad. And you know what else is rad, Samilov?
What?
The rest of the State of Synth broadcast, which we will return to right now. Dennis, passing forth transmissions back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Vosto Vlad. He is all about town. And yeah, he was actually talking a little bit about that Retro Drive game. Jules, did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Outland.
Yeah, so apparently this upcoming indie retro-inspired game, it was announced last week. Best of all, the Outland Recordings will be providing its soundtrack. This is amazing, Jules.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the songs that are going to be featured on the album, they are all brand new, unreleased tracks?
Now that I didn't know.
See, there's one thing Jules does not know, and Dennis does. Because
Did you see the list of artists that are doing it?
I did. So apparently it's Phantom 87, 80s Stallone. I mean, I can't wait to hear new stuff from 80s Stallone. He's been really kind of, I guess, dormant a little bit, has he? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's riding off his laurels after starring in that Rise of the Synths movie.
He was the superstar of that one. Speaking of superstar, Highway Superstar, Paradise Walk, Lost Outrider, New Arcades, Michael Oakley. Oh, very nice.
Michael Oakley, who's he?
Don't know him. Neon Knox, Stilts, Future Cop. I thought he wasn't doing music.
He probably
snuck that one in, huh?
Yeah, probably snuck that one in.
And last but not least, Sunglasses Kid, who's going to be featured at Neon this year. So this is very excellent.
Yeah. Sunglasses Kid also, him and Ollie just released their little collaboration on YouTube.
They did. I'm very excited. I haven't heard that yet, actually. So we're going to hopefully have to get that on real soon because, I mean, you can't go wrong. Ollie Ride and Sunglasses Kid. That's great. But anyway, the game is slated for a May 1st release on iOS with an Android version to follow. So very nice. I love games, especially with Cyberpunk 2077 kind of being on its way off. I need my good fix of like retro cool games to play.
Don't forget Virtuaverse.
And Virtuaverse, of course. Yes, it's going to be.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be just fine. Plenty of games, plenty of cool shows, and plenty of great tunes. Speaking of tunes, do you have a tune to kind of kick us off here, Mr. Jules?
Of course I do. So, out of London, UK, artist Rogue VHS has released a nice, beautiful track. It's featuring the monologue of Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot.
Ooh.
So, yeah, head on over to roguevhs.bandcamp.com and grab yourself a copy and add it to your Spotify playlist. So here it is. This is Pale Blue by Rogue VHS here on Night Ride FM.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. That's here. That's home. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every young couple in love, every mother and father, inventor and explorer, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. obscurity. In all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves.
Yeah, once again,
Our responsibility to deal more
Rogue
kindly with one
VHS with Pale Blue. Jules, that is a badass tune. Man,
Oh, I know. So chill.
I love that song. And the cool thing about that song, it reminds me of that old song, what is it? The Wear Sunscreen song. That's what it is. By Baz Luhrmann. Really, really groovy, chill, with a nice voiceover. If you guys never checked that out, definitely check out a song called Wear Sunscreen. It reminds me a lot of that. Really, really good stuff.
Barely remember that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like really big in the US, I guess. It was one of them things. I don't know what you Canadians listened to back in the day, but
I don't know. We listen to Moose mating
the mu-
calls or something.
the
I don't know.
moose music, yes.
The hockey songs.
Yeah, well, yes, of course. All right. So,
Hey, you know what? Before
yeah.
we continue, I just gotta say, over in the chat channels, over on YouTube chat channel, we've got Kim Bominator
Nice. I like that name.
and Kay Harper.
K Harbor.
And yeah, Jess Miss is over there. Hello, everyone.
Nice.
Steve
JJ Mist in the house. And she's on the
K.
other
Wow,
side of the
no, it's
world.
Just Mina.
Oh, Jasmina. Her
Yeah,
too. She's awesome.
Quebec. From Quebec.
Get back.
Mhm.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Quebec.
Get back. It always
And
sounds
then,
like you're like yelling at somebody, like
Over in the Night Ride chat, we've got somebody named Squirrel.
squirrel.
Another
Who's that?
person called Not VK Jake. I have no idea who he is. And there's another one called VK1. No idea.
I love it. All
And,
of our
of course,
chat friends.
yeah, we've got Z in there. And we've got Karin.
This is very
Hello.
exciting. Very, very
All right.
exciting.
Anyways, so no clues in there as well. DJ Nuclo.
Nice. I love his sets. He does sets on Night Ride too. Very, very great DJ. He does stuff for Wrecked and for Night Ride. He plays some really groovy, danceable stuff. And, speaking of good, groovy music, we are going to bring on our guest right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very pleased to introduce to you our very special guest for this evening. We have Ace Marino. Ace, what's up, man?
What's up, Night Ride?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, dude. The sun's just going down here in LA not too long ago.
Yeah. Well, you're on the other side of the US. I guess it's just starting to, have that sun come down, and I'm ready to go to bed, honestly. But
Yeah, he's got the palm trees. We don't.
I'm just getting started, man.
Yeah.
I'm in Hollywood right now. I'm right off Sunset Boulevard at my
Nice.
studio. I'm a night person, so
Your night
these are
owl.
my hours. Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's good. I mean, that's synthwave is like very much, I guess, like kind of a night oriented. Well, I don't know. You have that sun too, that striated sun that just kind of never quits too.
The sunset though. That's when it
It
gets started.
is. You're right. That's very true. So
The sun's going down, it's not coming up.
is.
Synthwave's not the morning music.
it is not.
Yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not. Like the sound of my coffee pot brewing is the only morning music. Yeah.
I guess that's why it's called Night Ride.
That's
So.
right. Yes, Night Ride. Yes, we own that copyright.
Nobody's
Sort
in
of.
a good mood in the morning.
Definitely not me.
All right, so we got to talk some cool stuff here. We have Ace Marino in the house now. Mr. Ace Marino, you're out in LA, right? So
That's right.
You're mixing it up in Hollywood with all the famous people and man, I got to get over that. I'm just from New Jersey, so I don't really get to see like all the famous. Do you see like famous people walking down the streets like all the time? And
If you go to the right spots, you'll occasionally have the celebrity run-in, but not walking down the streets in like Hollywood Boulevard or something. But if you go to like Soho House or
really,
some of the places that are a little bit more exclusive and aren't touristy,
right?
Yeah, you'll see people. I've seen plenty of A-listers, but
Nice.
It's not like an everyday thing.
Now,
But
see,
yeah.
that actually goes against all of my just thoughts of what it's like to live over near Hollywood or in Hollywood. Like, I honestly think you're going to walk down the street and see, like, I mean, because think of how many famous people there are. They're all in Hollywood, right? Like,
Well, in the hills for the most part.
Oh,
Everyone's
they
got
hide
like a nice
away.
house like in the hills, but like Hollywood Boulevard and like the Sunset Strip and everything, like you're really not going to see a whole lot of celebrities like walking around down there.
that's true. That's
yeah.
true. They got like big houses and they just chill there, I guess, right?
Yeah, the hills are like exclusive, like not exclusive, but it's to own property up in the hills or like even a rent, it's just like super expensive, and that's a little bit more private and secluded than like being like down in the city.
Down in
So yeah,
the trenches, like we like to say.
that's right.
We were talking to Parsec, right?
Yeah, we were.
David Wesley, and
David
wasn't
Joseph
he saying
Wesley,
that he's got his like neighbor. I think he's up in the hills, isn't he?
He might be. That dude is like, he's hooked up.
Yeah.
He's got the connections.
He's got his neighbor. Anyways, I won't say who, but I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, apparently walking his dog. I'm like, wait a minute. That guy's a superstar. You're living next to superstars out there in Hollywood.
They're all out here.
Oh, man. I'm just in Jersey, and there's, we got, what do we got? We got John Bon Jovi, but he got the hell out. He's like, peace out. I don't know where he is now, but in Canada, I don't even know. You guys don't have any celebrities in Canada. It's just hockey players, right?
We got Michael Oakley.
Oh, you do have Michael Oakley. Yes. That's true. That's true. I take that back.
I feel like the Canadians we got so many Canadian celebrities that then they migrate to LA.
Yep.
Right, right.
But artist Parallels, she just moved to LA.
It's a mecca. It's a mecca. I got to get over there one of these days. I'm actually a San Fran fan, and I just kind of want to get over on that West Coast. I want to feel that the West Coast sun on me, and just kind of do cool things like go check out a Niners game and not have to worry about getting my ass kicked, because you can't go to a Niners game in Philly because you can't.
Right.
You have to be like a closet Niners fan in order to go to like a Philly game. And that's the only time I get to see the 49ers play. And it's like when the 49ers score a touchdown, I can't cheer too loud. Because I start getting strange.
Come out here to LA, like no one really watches sports, so you can wear whatever shirt you want.
Nice. I like that.
When we had the Super Bowl and the LA was in the Super Bowl, most people like didn't even know.
It's like super what?
Everyone's in their own world doing acting and music, and just like sports is just like a thing that kind of happens that the rest of the world knows about, but not anybody in Hollywood.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's not your gig over there. But one thing I do know that is kind of a gig for you guys over there. At least, again, this is just my thinking, how my brain works. Like, okay, so you got movie stars over there. You have super awesome, I don't know, the stars of Hollywood or something like that. You got those hills. But you also have this like Muscle Beach thing going. Tell me a little bit, because you're a little bit into that like whole Muscle Beach thing. I mean, you got the look, you got the workout.
I'm very
thing.
much into Muscle Beach, man.
Yeah.
it's like that's a different. There's so many different segments to LA, but over there in Venice Beach, if you come out here, Dennis, have to hit Muscle Beach.
Yes.
It's always. There's always people working out there. It's literally a gym on the beach.
That's
and,
amazing. It's a real
place.
place.
It's a real thing, man. It was popularized in the 80s. Arnold used to work out there, all the 80s bodybuilders.
Yes. I want to go there and I want to oil myself up and like I want to like lift like 100 pounds and just be like,
I
pushing it
gotta
out.
see this.
Yeah, man. It's out there. There's like rings and there's like a whole like beach setup. There's like a rope people climb and bars.
Nice.
And you get like gymnasts out there doing backflips and swinging around on the bars.
What?
It's right off of the Venice boardwalk. So
That's amazing. Now I'm
there's
very
all-
excited.
It's like
You
one
know
of the
what-
top like tourist destinations. You gotta do. There's all kind of people like performing and like breakdancing, and it's
You
like
know,
the
if-
real 80s synthwave dream.
You know, if there's a pool there, we know
pool?
somebody who's gonna be pole dancing.
Speaking
Oh,
of,
Yeah.
Megan McDuffie.
do you run into Megan
She'll rock.
every now and then? I guess.
And I think she's up a little bit more north. I think she's
Yeah,
in,
she's
like,
in Los
she's
Gatos.
in SF. Yeah.
Or no, Los Gatos, wherever that is.
Los Gatos.
Hmm.
I don't know why I said that with an accent. I don't even know if it was a proper
cats.
Spanish
The cat.
accent.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
she's up
saying.
north a little bit more.
That's awesome though. That's. I mean,
LA is massive.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a long state. It like isn't that like the whole like western side of the U.S. Like it's just like one big state. Like the whole runs the whole length of the entire U.S. But I know nothing of geography.
Right. It's like it's
Oh, you
Cali
got
and
Washington
then
too, right? Washington.
Oregon and Washington, yeah. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's mostly us.
That's awesome. Well, very good. So we're gonna actually play this tune here. This one is by yours truly. I said yours truly, but that would mean me. But words
Yours
are not.
truly. I'll say it.
Yes, thank you. Words are not coming to me today. But this is your song about Muscle Beach. Now this is a Sweatwave song. I mean, this is like straight up Sweatwave, right? I mean, it definitely fits the bill.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it's inspired by. When I was making it, I was inspired by Muscle Beach when I went out there, just for fun one weekend, and I started watching a bunch of like 80s aerobics videos on
my God.
YouTube, and I was like, I gotta make a song like this. Like it has to be able to fit into this, and like just fit behind an 80s workout video, and I'm pretty happy with what came out.
Oh man, we love it.
It's awesome.
You know, there's a Sweatwave. You should totally throw that into the Sweatwave contest. They're doing a contest on Reddit Outrun. I don't know if you know that, but I would totally throw that in because this is badass. Jules,
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
do you want to set this one up, Jules? I think I kind of set half of it up, but I don't know.
Well, sure.
Do your thing.
I mean, I think everybody knows this song. So from Ace Marino, this is Muscle Beach here on Night Ride FM.
Oh my God, that's where you got the stay hydrated part, I guess, right?
What?
Jules, Jules has a thing about apparently telling everyone to stay hydrated.
Ah, no, ever since this song came out, I promised I wouldn't say it tonight.
And I just did. I love it. I mean, you got to stay hydrated. It's very important, especially when you're working out. You gotta drink the water, and I don't know, what else do you do? You eat power bars? Ace, I need to work on my workout. Can you give me like some tips? If I was like out there bodybuilding, and like I don't really have really big muscles or really any muscles at all, but I just want to look good when I'm like working out. Do you have anything like to recommend to just, I don't know, make me look cool like when I'm out there?
Should we go into this after the song?
I think we are going to go into it right now because I think you have some good tips. What do you think? Okay. We are on the air, by the way.
Oh, we are? Okay.
I don't know if I gave you a cue on that, but yes,
nope.
We're live.
So,
Dennis is not doing his job properly.
Here's the thing. You're asking about workout tips and everything?
Yes.
Like, especially if you're coming to LA, it's just, you don't have to worry about the practical muscles. All you have to do is just, like, focus on the things that people are going to see.
Yeah, yes, that part.
Like, actually, you don't have to worry about leg day. Skip leg day.
Yeah, screw leg day.
Just work on your biceps, work on your pecs.
Right.
Work on your abs. That's super important. The things that you're just gonna flex at Muscle Beach. That's and make sure you're eating plenty of protein.
Right. Now, I have a question for you. Now, if I'm like really like trying to like, look cool and stuff like that, like, do like the really cool people, do they go like when they lift, or like is that a kind of a sign of weakness? Like I'm always confused with that.
Yeah, that's either or. Yeah,
you gotta. I guess
kind of depends on the size of your biceps. That
Yeah, maybe it's like you just have to have just enough.
If your biceps are big enough, you can grunt as much as you want.
Okay.
But if you're just like
10. Yep.
Yeah. You gotta have at least like a 22-inch bicep to get away with grunting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
cringe material.
All right, so light on the grunting, just kind of just be chill. Like, do power bars help? I'm just trying to like get a little extra edge like when I'm out there.
Yeah, you need at least 150 grams of protein a day. So I like Snickers bars. I eat like 5 or 6 of those a day.
I don't have a problem eating them, actually. I eat them every day, but I don't really work out.
Yeah.
But that actually
we're talking about Planet Fitness in the chat. Stay away from places like that. They discourage gains and positive muscle growth.
And they got that lunk alarm. Like, what's up with the lunk alarm? That's all the
right.
part
There's
of working out.
They have a sign. It's like no tank tops at Planet Fitness.
Right.
It's like I can't even go in there. Like, what's the point of working out if no one's gonna see your biceps?
Exactly. Jules, do they have gyms up there in Canada?
No. We don't work out in Canada. Come on. It's too cold to work out over here.
You're just like,
You don't get a time to ever take your shirt off in Canada.
That's
true.
It, right? Like, what's the point of working out when you're just constantly dressed up like a spaceman?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But I am still working out right now, because. Oh, by the way, did we throw a shout out to Patrick?
No,
Mr.
we
Patrick
haven't.
King in the chat, who did our album art for a compilation.
Oh my God, I'm so thrilled that he came out, and the artwork is just phenomenal. I mean, honestly, like it's really, really good. Like, I was just overly impressed. He even put a pigeon in the trees. I don't even know if you guys know that, but we do have a charity album that's I don't think it's really for sale anymore because we did the whole charity thing, but the album art's still there, and it's amazing. They have a pigeon in the tree.
Shout out Galaxy Gypsies in the chat.
Oh, nice.
And Robo Necro is in the chat.
Good to know. Lots of people, new, fresh faces, which is always exciting. Of course, we have Von Kaiser in the house. They're just hamming it up, They're always having fun.
Galaxy Gypsy is actually a friend of mine, and if you guys have seen the album art for my song "Holding My Breath," it's actually her in the album art. So.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Going over to Bandcamp right now.
Well, very good. So once again, guys, we are here talking with Ace Marino.
Ronit just joined the chat. Shout out to Ronit.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
nice.
She does the vocals on this song I just mentioned.
Yeah. Hi, Ronit. Oh, and Chris Hahn has joined as well.
This is so heartwarming.
It's popping in here.
It's popping in the chat. If you do listen to the archives, we do thank you for listening on the archives or on Spotify, but there's really nothing like just being in there while the show's going on. Like I did my job terribly and I didn't tell you we were on the air, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, this is how it rolls. I mean, sometimes you just kind of, you just miss your cues, and you just keep on.
That's
moving.
life. You just roll with the punches, man.
You gotta roll with the punches. So
Never mind.
now, one thing I do want to talk to you about as well is some of the influences, because the type of music that you write and perform, it's not all the same. You're kind of like, you got a little bit of this, you got a little bit of that. You got vocals, you do vocals yourself, you have other people do vocals on your tracks, you have just great instrumentals with the sweat wave tracks that you do. What's some of the motivational things that kind of get you like jazzed up and really want to get out there and write some stuff?
Well, to be real, like now I've kind of gotten to a place where I don't sit down and think like, oh, I want to make a song like this. It's kind of like whatever I'm feeling in the moment. I kind of let that guide. That's like what guides the songs. Like, I was out at Venice Beach and I was like inspired by that. And I sat down and like what came out was, 80s aerobics things. And, for the other songs, like this album is really a journey. It's 10 songs and it's pretty dynamic. Like, there's like polar opposites. Like you just played Muscle Beach, like we're gonna play a new song later. It's like completely different. So really the inspiration and what inspires me is just whatever I'm going through at the time, whatever headspace I'm in. But as far as like what I'm listening to when I'm not creating, is really a lot of 80s stuff, like 80s pop, like Madonna or like Richard Marx or Phil Collins, Genesis.
The classics, yeah, absolutely.
The Top Gun soundtrack or the Top Gun theme song.
Oh, of course.
Stuff like that.
Did you know Genesis was coming back for like another tour? I don't know if you heard that.
I know that.
I'm so stoked. I hope they come to the U.S. I think they're
only doing UK, aren't they?
Oh God, why do they gotta do that? They get me all excited.
Old, man. They're pretty old.
I know, but
get on a plane.
The Stones are still doing their thing. I mean,
Okay, yeah, well, we know why.
Those tours gross so much, it's insane.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see, still making music after all these years. Truly, truly inspirational. Speaking of inspiration, some of the people that inspire us to do this show is, I'm not gonna lie, it's all the people that support our show, and Patreon and just supporters and sponsors of the State of Synth that kind of keep us rolling. Of course, the fans that are liking and sharing all of our stuff, we love that as well. But we do want to kind of mention our sponsor real quick, if I can. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our showrunner here. He does a show right along with us on Night Ride FM. His name is Synthopsis, and he is a lighthearted, casual, sometimes informative dude. He's got a synthwave podcast right here on Night Ride FM. It is geared towards producers and fans alike. If you are an artist and want to hear synthwave fans' thoughts on music details, or you just want to jam out to some awesome tunes while enjoying off-the-cuff puns and banter, we know a little bit about that, right, Jules?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We wrote the book on puns. It's a wonderful thing. But yeah, check out Synthopsis. It is the place to be. Check out his weekly show right here on Night Ride FM. Also, quickly, we'd like to mention our Patreon supporters, which are amazing. We've gotten to the point where we have to break up our sponsors. We can't just read them all in one shot because we're gonna run out of air and breathing and all that, so I'm going to take a deep breath and just rattle off our first round of Patreon supporters. Patreon.com/NightRideFM. No. Damn it. What is it? Is that right? You know what
it is, yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
I think it is.
Audio Ways, brand new supporter. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Arctic Mega Defender. We have Artium Props. We have Dynamite Stranger and Honeybeard. Thank you so much for supporting the show. It is very, very important to not only get some likes and sharing, but, we got to keep the lights on as well. The servers do cost money. I mean, it doesn't really come out of my pocket, so to speak. Z is he's carrying a lot of weight there, so help him out. Keep these lights on.
Well, he should work out if he's carrying all that weight.
He should. Z's got to start working out. He's tubbing up a little bit. No, just kidding. He's not even a real person. All right, so we're going to go into our weather right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Neon Fawkes, can you get us updated on the weather for this evening?
Oh, God. Well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how it is over in L.A., but everywhere else, the weather's all over the place.
Yeah.
It was, up here in Toronto, it was nice, warm, and balmy in the last 2 days, and then we're getting hit with snow tomorrow, and then it's warm and balmy again on Sunday.
What? You're getting snow?
Yeah, I just can't wait for June or July.
What do you call it, warm and balmy?
Well, so you guys are in Fahrenheit, right?
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we don't do that
Damn
stuff.
Fahrenheit. Inches and Fahrenheit.
You could say like -3 or 100 Celsius, and I would still have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, here we go. So 10 Celsius. It was like 50 a couple of days ago. So warm.
Oh, that's
for
warm.
winter.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's when I get out my parka. When it drops below 60 here.
Oh
it's like,
my God. Jersey's, I guess it's similar to Canada. We're right on that East Coast, so a little bit further south. But yeah, it was about 50. It was a little chilly.
Yeah, one of these days I don't care where, but I just gotta move someplace that has palm trees.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you and I, road trip.
Speaking of heat, it's getting hot in the chat room.
It is.
There's talk of panties and there's
Whoa.
sweat.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Yoru's in there as well.
Well, there it is. You were like to stir the pot,
God. Yeah, sweat, panties, ass. What the hell?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk about sweaty panties, please head on over right now to the Night Ride FM chat room. We would love to hear
Just what
all
happens
about
when you
it.
bring me on the show. I try to carry that energy in here.
Yeah, there you go.
Taking off the panties and throwing them right out in the chat.
Over in the YouTube chat, we've got the Earth Energy Grid over there as well. Hello.
Nice. Welcome. Very good. All right, tell you what, let's jump into another tune while we get ready to chat. And I promise I will give you a proper cue this time, as opposed to last time. Can you let us know a little bit about this next tune, Neon Fawkes?
Sure. So, Brazil artist, Mascara, and it's spelled Mskra. So, he's got an album out that contains music kind of across various genres, and it's called Have No Fear. So this track that I've picked, it's a great one. It's called Voyager by Mascara, here on Night Ride FM. So that was Mascara with the song
Voyager.
Voyager.
Yeah, I like that tune. It's very chill.
Definitely.
Very, very
And
exciting.
yeah, we're back with Ace Marino.
Yo.
Ace
All right,
Marino.
I gotta ask about the mullet and the stash.
Yes, we got to go there.
So, were you
Ask
born
away.
with those or what? Were you born with it?
No, they started coming in when I was about 13.
It's not Maybelline.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Now, is it, do you use any type of like, I don't even know, what do you put on mustache? How do you keep it so just amazingly glorious? Like, do you
Well,
use
I mean,
like a cream or?
No, the key is to, really make it use your natural body oils. So you just don't do anything at all.
Like, you got to use a
you
little
can-
sweat, right? I guess to kind of leave it up a little bit.
Sweat and just kind of let it sit. With the mullet, you just want to maybe put a little motor oil in there to keep it greasy.
Okay.
If I don't have any access to like oil, I'll just like spray some WD-40 in there or something.
Yeah, that works. That definitely works.
Yeah, but
Glorious.
the real thing is like just don't wash it. Because,
Right.
Yeah.
And then when it gets too crazy,
a clean mullet is just kind of like going against the purpose of
right. What's the point?
what a mullet is.
Well, yeah.
You're sending mixed messages at that point.
Right.
Exactly. You're not having a party in the back anymore.
Right. At that time, it's like, are you business? Are you party? Like, you have a nice, manicured mullet. Like, what are you trying to go for here? So.
And I guess when the party gets too big, I guess you could just wrap that thing up with like a bandana or something, right? And you're set.
That's what I do to try and just contain it sometimes because like it just gets
Because
volume.
you need to impress sometimes. You need to kind of dress up a little bit, look nice. I guess you would just tie it up there and,
Yeah. The
Wrap it
bandana
up a
comes in
little bit.
handy even on like bad hair days. Sleep on it wrong and.
I got to get into the bandana things. Like, I don't know. I need a look, Jules. I really don't have a look. Like, I have this cool hat that I wear, and I just bought this. Like, I was down Wildwood, and I just saw it because I really just needed some protection.
Go get a mask. Get a mask and just go to work with a mask on.
Like a Fawkes mask?
Yeah.
You should start mass marketing that. That'd be very exciting.
Yeah.
We should
yeah.
have a Fawkes Fest. I think you've been presented with that idea before.
Yeah.
How amazing would it be to have a Fawkes Fest and everybody at the festival wore that mask? Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure the cops would come down on that real fast.
I think it's some sort of cult or something like that.
Did I tell you when I went to see Ollie Ride in London? I was walking around for a good 10 minutes within the club while he's playing with my mask on. And then all of a sudden, the bar manager comes up and says, "You got to take that mask off."
Oh no!
So unless you're in some bars, I guess, unless you're the performer, you can't be wearing masks.
It's true. That's true. Because they think you're like
Yeah.
crazy person
Yeah.
or something.
Well, there's certain colors in some cities that you can't wear, and certain patterns that you can't wear at clubs because it's like gang symbols.
That's because you get the Bloods and the Crips and stuff over there. Are they real? Is it like
Oh hell yeah, man!
you can't wear the red, you can't wear the blue?
I don't hang out in like Compton or like South Side LA in that area, but it's very real. And like, yeah, you can't be wearing like black paisley bandanas or red paisley bandanas in certain neighborhoods because it'll happen.
That's not good.
Yeah,
That's not really that's not my style. Getting beat
not
down
my
for a
style.
bandana. It's bad enough I can't wear 49ers gear. Like I don't want to be dead.
Here in Canada, you just can't wear colors.
Yeah,
Period. Everybody's got to dress in black, gray.
it's not
or
very
black.
exciting.
well, that's the standard uniform for the music industry in LA. Everybody just wears black.
Yeah, like
It's
they
like
say,
90% of my wardrobe.
never goes out of style, right? All right.
That's true.
So now let's dig a little bit deeper in here. We want to kind of talk about the music and everything like that. How long have you been doing music, by the way? I just was curious.
I mean, I started playing guitar when I was like 14 years old. So it's been a good, I guess 18 years now.
Wow, nice. So when you're
Wait,
writing
I
stuff,
don't know if I did the math right. I'm 32.
I
so-
can't do math either. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I did something like I forget, I tweeted out something and I'm like, and 2 years ago, and Z of course calls me out on it. He's like that wasn't 2 years ago or something. I don't know. Like I'm like, what's math? I really don't know.
Right.
But yes,
That's why I chose music instead of.
music is it's like the universal math. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, if you get down to it, if you get the physics of the music, there's math, and we'll stay surface level right now.
Yeah. They
I
got this
started
thing
playing
called
guitar.
music theory, and you play guitar and you play chords and stuff. Apparently, chords are a thing. But seriously, now when you're writing stuff, do you write on the keyboard? Do you write on the guitar? Is it kind of a mix? Like if you're just like noodling around trying to find a sound?
It's both. One of the things I'm really excited about with this album is there's a lot of guitar work on it.
Oh.
And you hear that, like, I think Muscle Beach was really the first song where I threw in a guitar solo and just like straight up went guitar on it. But there's a couple songs that are very guitar driven, including one that's just a straight up guitar synthwave ballad. It's like, I would compare it to like the Top Gun theme song, but it's like a guitar ballad. It's an instrumental thing. There's a couple little vocal parts in it, but yeah, it's like I'm really, really excited for people to hear all the guitar stuff on here. And that's something I'm gonna, once I start doing live shows, because I've been thinking about that. It's like, I don't want to just DJ or like be pressing a keyboard. I want to be playing guitar, like really bring like this like 80s rock merged with synthwave sound. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
That artist, it's Ultra Boss.
Yes.
Dropped an album called This Is Shredwave. Because Ultra Boss loves his kind of 80s glam rock guitar sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard him, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's definitely a thing. This shredwave thing.
Shred Rave is great. It really is. Now you have your album coming up. What is the title? Can you drop the name of the album by any chance?
Yeah, the title is Digital Memories, Analog Emotions.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm 95% sure that's what the title's going to be, and it's just based off of like, it's been a journey for me personally and emotionally through the process of making this album. But one of the things that keeps coming up in my life and in conversations that I talk about with people is just how like, the prominence of like social media, and how much it affects like our real feelings and emotions.
It's
so
crazy.
Like, it's interesting to me that like we see these pictures and we see these things that are all ones and zeros, right? And they're these digital memories, but they affect our actual emotions and how we function. So digital memories, analog emotions. It's kind of like where this whole album comes from.
So, your song, you dropped that single last year, Spaces,
Yeah.
and you mentioned there's a story behind that.
There's definitely a story
It's
behind that.
It's got a meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
you're
there's
not
a
just
story
about
behind every
mullets
song.
and working out. Like you get some feels in there too, which is great. I love the mix. It's
I'm
wonderful.
really trying to incorporate the feels and really bring the emotions and the vulnerability into synthwave, because I think there's enough video gamey, 8-bitty, not really 8-bit, but like synthwave that sounds like it could be in a video game, and
Right.
not enough
Very
synthwave
tropey.
that's like, okay, this is how I'm really feeling, and this is like, these are my emotions, this is some real shit that I'm going through or that I've been through, and that's where all of my songs come from, really. And a lot of the songs on this album are about like a really tough breakup that I went through a while back that inspired a lot of these songs.
Wow. I mean, that's great though. It's like real songwriting, which is great. So it's not just a gimmicky thing. Like you're out to really just write music on how you feel, and I guess you have different days. Some days you're in a great mood. You're on the beach, and then the next minute you're like, shit.
Yeah.
My life,
Yeah.
it just hit the toilet. That's
100%, man. Like that's what I was saying before. You're like, what's your influence? I'm like, whatever I'm feeling that day, whatever headspace that I'm in, I just let it come out. Like this song that we'll get into it later when we play the preview of the next song. But
yeah. I tell you what, let's go ahead and we're going to move into our next thing real quick, and we will get back. We actually have a little bit of a teaser because, I don't know, I guess I wasn't nice enough to fix yet. Actually, the album's a far ways off. Like, to be fair, it's going to be out, maybe next month, possibly?
In the next couple of months, yeah.
Okay. So it's a little far off. So, I love playing I like the meat and gravy, but teasers are nice too. It kind of gives you a little bit of a preview as to what's coming ahead. So that's pretty groovy as well. But
it's fresh off the press, yeah.
It's fresh off the press.
Talking yesterday fresh.
Wow, that is pretty fresh.
Yeah.
So, what's the name of this track, Ace?
Are we gonna jump into it right now?
You know what?
No,
Let's just. Why not we just drop it? Yeah, I think it's time. It's time to hear some more Ace.
Yeah. So the name of this song is "Always You," and it was inspired by a experience that I had at a party a couple weeks ago, and kind of reconnected with this girl that I hadn't seen in a few months, and yeah, that's the gist of it.
Well, very good. So this is a real quick. We say it's a teaser, but really it's about 2 minutes in content. So it's actually a full chunk of the song. I mean, if you know how long songs are, you get a chorus, you get a refrain, and we got some good.
It's the longest song on the album, so this is like right when it's getting into the meat is when I cut it off. So keep you guys hanging in suspense.
Damn.
Oh man, oh man. All right, well, here it is.
Let's tease everyone.
This is Always You, a preview right here, exclusively
only on Night Ride FM.
Chemicals and melt to your skin. I've been lost in the feeling. Something I stopped believing in. Watch the stars on the ceiling. Holding on to something as deep as the ocean. Buried under demons like the thoughts of devotion. Take my hand, pull me into your space. I remember your taste. Always you. It's always you. It's always you. It's always you.
And that was Ace Marino with Always You. Just a quick little taste. And man, you do take us right up to the meat.
I know. God, just cuts out just. Ooh.
I just want a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And
Gotta build the anticipation.
So when is that coming out? That's legitimately coming out, what, maybe like next month or so? Something like that? Or
yeah,
weeks?
I have. So there's like 4 or 5 songs on the album that have been released that are going to be all fresh and new to people.
Very nice.
I haven't decided, like, there's probably going to be one more single before I drop the whole album, but I don't know if it's that one or another one. So it's hard. I really am very proud of this album, and I can't wait for people to hear it.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I mean, everything you've done is just been just phenomenal. Really, really well produced, and it's got a good variety, which is really, really great. Hang
like
on.
I said, like Muscle Beach is like the polar opposite of the one we just the preview of Always You. Like Always You is like this deep spiritual journey. It's like one of the slower, just like trancier, trippier songs on the album. Muscle Beach is straight up like.
So Always You is what you'd listen to after your workout.
That's right.
Or like at 4 a.m. after you've been partying all night or things are a little hazy.
Oh
like-
yeah, you get that chill out vibe.
Yeah.
Hang on one second here. I think we have something coming in on the line here. This just in. It's coming in here. David from Von Kaiser, who apparently is also in the chat.
Wait, Von who?
Von, I don't know, some guy named Von Kaiser. Just announced, oh no, that the band has to cancel their March 28th show.
In Ottawa, yeah.
Oh no, due to a couple complications, I guess. They made a general announcement that if anyone near Toronto or Northeast US, that sounds like you and me, Jules.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to put something together to bring the Kaisers out because
A Kaiser Fest.
a Kaiser Fest. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I love that idea. But yeah, seriously though, if you guys are interested in hosting Von Kaiser, they are looking to pick up a date, March 28th, in around, I guess, in the Northeast area or in Canada. So yeah, that sucks. I
Well,
mean,
the night before they're gonna be here in Toronto.
oh, I see.
I'm like, God, is there a way I can get them to like do a back to back? Who do I know? Who do I call? Blah blah blah.
It's been the trend. I know User had a rough go on his tour, and what is it?
Oh, speaking of User.
User?
Oh, you know what? We'll get around to that. But
All
yeah,
right.
his tour had a little bit of stuff. But
Yeah,
he
bit.
is performing tonight.
Well, that's exciting. So, speaking of, we're going to jump on into, let's dive into a quick album releases. And if you want to kind of set us up here with a few album releases from this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Yesterday in Excedra, his single Quasar off that new fixed cyberpunk type
Yes.
compilation.
I
So,
love
yeah,
it, too.
There you go, Ace. One of your fixed.
We love In
Represent Fix in
Excedra.
the house.
They are
Yep.
amazing. He's amazing.
And then, oh yeah, his first album was incredible, such power. And then let's see what tomorrow. Jordan F and Griff, the two Aussies, they're dropping a single called "Without You." And the little
Nice.
teaser they had on Twitter. Oh my God, they've mastered the clap,
Clap, clap, clap, clap, clap, clap.
clap. And who else? Oh yeah, Outland's own Taurus 1984 is dropping a
Yes.
single tomorrow called "Home."
Also featured on one of our other shows, Karin Zoe Lee, who is also in the chat, I believe.
Yeah. She's always beating us to the punch on
I
stuff.
know. And those Forever Synth guys, too. What's going
Yeah, I
on
know.
with them guys?
We need to like somehow sabotage them all.
I know. Well, we're just going to get better jingles. I'm working on it. We got, I think Users is going to help us out. I'm going to wrangle up the Prism Girls. They're going to do some fun jingles. Because everyone loves jingles, Jules. Everybody.
Jingle jangle.
right.
Jingle jangle, that's right. All right, so we have one more thing here. March 13th, it looks like Max Thor is
Yeah, with
coming
his
out
album Fiction.
with Fiction.
Yeah.
And a few things
Spain.
we probably missed some stuff. I feel like we missed some stuff last week.
There's so much stuff.
If you guys want to drop any album releases in the chat, we can always just kind of shout them out too. Because, Jules, do you know that there are just so many releases that we don't even, we never heard of. Like, synthwave is blowing up,
I could just like take my inbox from Bandcamp,
right?
copy paste, and like just blast it out on the interwebs.
It's
nuts.
insane. We would have like
Can't keep up.
we'd have like a 5-hour show if we mentioned every single, but we try to mention some of the notables, but we like to make sure we kind of give everyone a little bit of a spotlight, because this is it's kind of a cool thing where everyone's making it and everyone's a fan of it, and it's a nice
See?
tight
So you
niche.
just gave a heads up. Alien Private Eye, an artist
There you go.
from England, is dropping an album soon called what is it called? No Programmed Instructions. That's out March 12th.
Oh, and Flash Cassette as well. Yes. Oh, he tossed me a few Flash Cassette tracks. I love it. It's amazing.
Oh, and you know what? I'm trying to convince Von Kaiser to like their album. They should drop it on an 8-track, because I want to see has any synthwave artist done any 8-tracks?
Nope.
All right, so yeah, y'all like spinning out cassette tapes here and vinyl there, but you're not a real synthwave artist unless you drop an 8-track.
You should.
Yeah.
Very nice. knows? I think they'll do it. I think they will do it, and I will buy it. Because
Oh, what?
speaking of the
Speaking of,
album of the century,
which is Aces.
which
We
is
hope.
Aces,
Yeah.
of course.
We'll see.
But
Time will tell.
the second album of the century is Von Kaiser just opened up pre-orders for their album. What's the name of their album?
They did.
I
It's
forget.
called
Ghosts
Ghosts of Miami.
of Miami. Yes,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
this leads into my little segment here.
Ooh, very nice.
My song of the week.
The Neon Fawkes Song of the Week you're speaking of?
Yeah, oh yes. So, from the depths of Michigan, our favorite band, Von Kaiser,
Von
the
Kaiser.
trio made up of David, Galen, and Jake, they've unleashed the pre-orders for their 2020 album, which comes out May 4th, like all their albums will and did. It's called Ghosts of Miami. So everybody should head on over to vonkaiser.bandcamp.com and order it. And
Do it.
when you order it, you'll get an instant access to this particular banging single. So here it is. This is Wavelengths by Von Kaiser here on Night Ride FM.
Sending out a signal to the furthest reaches of space. A message asking why, without a reply, floating endlessly. All of the faces, the past in front of me. All of the solid colors that make up the how and why of you and me. Of you
And that was Wavelengths by Von Kaiser.
Dude, that was so good.
I love that song. I can't wait to see him at Neon Retro Fest. I really, really can't wait. I'm so excited. You already met the guys.
Sexy vocals.
Sexy vocals, right. And David, I don't know. I want to make love to you, man. I mean, only when you're singing. And I am straight, but, you know, I can't get over those vocals, man. You got the chops.
I blame you, man.
It's
a man crush for sure.
It's a man. You know, there's no shame. There's no shame in it.
No shame.
All right, so we're going to quickly pivot this, and we're going to do a little birthday shout-out. Mr. Jules, can you tell us a little bit about the birthdays in the house?
Sure, of course. Tuesday, it was Popcorn Kid's birthday, as well as our favorite Bonjita. And also out from Toronto area, artist VA7. It was his birthday on Tuesday as well. And then tonight, it's Tape Glow's birthday. And let's see, tomorrow, it's Betamax.
Betamax, nice.
Yeah, they're celebrating a birthday. And then on March 7th, Ben Clark, one of the synth fans out of the London area. He's celebrating. And then I guess the last notable one I could find was Sunday. It's Damian Jackson's birthday. He's the executive producer behind Rise of the Synths.
Well, there you go. Birthday's in the house.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to you all.
birthday to you. All right, so...
Hey, Ace, when's your birthday?
It is a couple weeks ago. February 17th.
Did we announce your birthday on the air?
I don't think you knew about my birthday.
Jules.
Yeah,
Jules knows.
Well, no. See, the only time... Yeah, okay. Well, the only reason I know these things is because if people have their personal little Facebook accounts, right, and I get to friend them.
Yes. He
and
secretly
I get the birthday.
stalks.
Otherwise, yeah, I know. I'm stalking.
There ain't no shame. There's no shame in our games, Jules.
Nope.
No shame.
You're a secret stalker, and
I'm gonna have binoculars in LA, in the bushes outside Ace's house.
I just moved to a new apartment, so you're gonna have to find the new address.
Oh, new address. Update the database.
Keeping me on my toes.
All right, so let's drop another tune here. What do you think, Mr. Jules?
Sure, of course. So I was mentioning earlier behind that song that since we've got Ace on, and you know, it's got me thinking about mustaches and mullets. So I've got this track here from Danish artist Weiss, and he's got a great fun track. It's featuring Dr. Disrespect. I love these
heard
synthy
of him.
collabs. Oh yeah.
He's amazing.
I think I've heard of him too. Yeah. These synthy collabs with the Doc. I love them. There's just so much goofy fun. So here it is. Here's Weiss with Peak Once, Peak Twice, featuring Dr. Disrespect here on Night Ride FM.
The name is Doctor Respect. The two-top, back to back. If you step into my arena, this is the reality check.
I know you're gonna die if you peek once. I know you wanna try. I know you're gonna die if you peek twice.
two-time back-to-back 1993-1994 blockbuster video game champion and true international video gaming superstar. If you think twice. This is the reality check.
Yeah, once again, that was Weiss.
Oh, come on. How could anyone? Yeah, say it. What was that? That was
Peak once, peak twice.
Definitely, that was an emotional journey. I mean,
It was.
He dug deep on those lyrics.
I mean,
and
he
can tell
is the
that it
back
comes
to
from
back.
a place of real deep inspiration and personal introspection.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and Ace is just jamming out.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I picked up my guitar and it's not plugged in or anything. But if you guys hear a couple deedly deedlies, that's just me.
It's very nice.
By the way, Ace, while we were chatting, you mentioned there's one video game you like to play.
There's one. I was saying I don't play any recent video games. There's one game that I play, and that's Super Smash Brothers on N64.
Oh, that's the game though.
The original, the OG version.
That is fun. Which your main character? What's your go-to?
I mean, my favorite character to play is Jigglypuff. But if I'm playing a tournament, I'm gonna play Pika or Captain Falcon.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, Pika's top tier. Captain Falcon is second tier, I guess, depending on which forum you're talking in. But
nice.
Yeah, I guess I get pretty nerdy about Super Smash Brothers. That's like the one video game that I nerd out on.
Yeah. Play. Well, it's it's a big thing. It's amazing. Video games are really cool because like you have like one game and there's just like a huge obsession. My favorite thing to do, in fact, this is what I would love to see. I'd love to get some speed racers to Neon Retro Fest. I want to get a Super Metroid speed run at Neon Retro Fest. That's my game. I love it. I love watching speedrun, and they get into it big time. Like the way that they run, they pump the gun fists that Samus Aran has, and they make her run like really super fast, and they shave like a fraction of a pixel, which shaves like a fraction of a second, and then adds up to like half a second by the end of the 45-minute run. And
which is significant,
right? Because these guys are like pushing like every single second. They're wall jumping, wall running, going through walls and breaking out of the. I love when they just completely like basically break the game. They jump into different memory locations. They're like, well, this is a 3CC000 memory location, and like all of a sudden they're like, whoops, I just beat the game. Like. Just like they were at the first
literally
level.
Every frame counts. It's wild.
It's amazing the amount of dedication that people will put towards one, and it's one game. It's like that's their game, that's their gig, and I totally get that. I don't really have that game. I like watching Super Metroid, but I think I might have beat it once, but I had to like look at every tutorial because they hide shit in that game. Like they just hide shit, and they're like, I can't find it. I go around, you shooting blocks, and like the blocks have things underneath them, and you shoot them, and they're like invisible. It's too hard.
I don't know how anybody has time for video games anymore.
I know.
If anybody plays Super Smash Brothers out there, press F in the chat right now.
Yes.
I want to see who my Smash Brothers are.
Smash Brothers assemble. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. So this is very good. It's a very fun conversation. Now, Ace, you got the album coming out, and now do you have any like possible touring thing coming down the line, or are you just kind of like really just trying to push this album over the
Right
the
now, my entire focus is just on getting this music done, and that's where it's been for a while. But like I said, like I've been adding more guitar with the thought of touring and playing live shows in mind. So it's definitely something I'm thinking about, but not where my head's at the moment.
Well, there's always the possibility in the future, and we would love to see
100%.
you live. That'd be
you know, it'd be a really cool like concert to go see.
What's that?
Ace and Droid Bishop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
Droid busts out his
amazing.
guitar as well, and
He
oh,
does. He's probably
yeah.
one of my favorite. Let 'Em Ride is one of my favorite performers, and Droid Bishop, honestly, is probably like they're both top tier performers, and they perform. That's the thing. Like you have
Right. That's what I was saying before. Is like I when I do it, I don't want to be DJing.
right.
I want to be really performing. I want to be talking to the crowd. Like that's like my style. Like I grew
Yeah.
up playing in rock bands, so like standing behind turntables just doesn't feel right for me.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, you got to have that thing. You know, no offense to anybody that's out there pushing buttons, because you know that's all I do. I just go out and
Yeah,
I mean, it comes
here.
with the genre. Do any kind of EDM or electronic music, you gotta do that a little bit. But
well, yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Deadmau5, he did a whole thing. He's like, "Yep, we literally just press play." I'm like, don't tell me your
Yeah.
dirty secret.
well, like when you start getting to that level with that, like the guys that are festival headliners, where their show has pyrotechnics and so much synchronized lights and everything,
Right.
like you can't be freestyle DJing.
No.
Right.
Well, you know
I
what?
mean, there's
I've
guys
seen-
like Carl Cox, or like the house DJs that are the classics that like they're not going to have the pre-programmed set. But when you get somebody like David Guetta or Deadmau5 or whatever, Tiesto, it's like it has to be all coordinated and synced up.
Right.
Oh yeah, like sometimes you watch those videos where they have the camera behind them, and so you
Yeah.
can see their deck in front of them, and all they're doing is they twiddle one knob.
They twiddle
and then
the knob.
They put their fist in the air and pump up the crowd, and that's it.
Yes.
That's all they do.
But they do that very energetically, though. Like they do that really well.
I'm pumping my fist
Yeah,
right
they
now.
do it really well.
It is a talent like that. I mean, we learned that in Jersey. We go to fist pumping school, and
Right.
because you got to learn that right. I mean, it's got to be right. If you can't pull it off and make it look authentic, I mean, it's just not worth even doing or trying to pull it off.
I think the real art to DJing, like as someone who DJ'd for years as a career and toured as a DJ in a past life, the art to DJing is bringing the energy and curating a set that makes people move for like an hour straight or half an hour, 2 hours, however long you're doing it. So that's really the art of DJing. It's not it's so difficult to beat match, or it's so difficult to
Right.
twist the knob. It's really, it's about curating a flow of music that makes people engaged for a period of time.
Playing the right song at the right time. That's the most
Yeah.
important thing. Yeah. I've DJ'd
Being
for
able
a
to read
few
the crowd
years.
too.
And reading the crowd. And I mean,
and you gotta wear a mask.
and the fist pump.
That's part of it now.
You do have to have the mask and the fist pumping. I mean, really just pulls it off.
Right.
So speaking of performing, I know we have a couple people that are making their way around the world right now. Do you want to kind of kick off a couple of our touring and event news, Mr. Jules?
Sure. So I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Tonight, User, who's from Seattle, he's going to be playing in New York with Faith in the Glitch. And then, I don't know how, I guess he's flying. Tomorrow he's going to be here in Toronto, playing with Honeybeard and Melodica and Exile. And then, let's see, Dance with the Dead just finished off their little Euro tour with Das Mortal, so now they're kicking off their North American tour on March 29th in Phoenix. And they're touring with Magic Sword and Das Mortal. So there you go. Triple threat. What else? Let's see.
Good.
March 14th, we've got Cyberpunk Night in Darmstadt, Germany, with Oscillion, Neon Nox, Mega Hit, Midnight Danger, and Hyper. And then also on the 14th, there's this little thing I think you and I know about. Over here over in Brooklyn, it's a Samurai Showdown with Starcadian, Tokyo Rose, Arena, Primo, and Faith in the Glitch.
I can't wait. Did you see that promo that Primo had?
Oh, God, yeah.
She's ridiculous. She's like, I love her. I love Primo is like my favorite human being at this point. And, you know, I use the term human being loosely because, you know, she's an alien.
She's an alien.
And she's a hot mess. But I love her. I love her.
Well, you know,
I can't wait.
also that weekend, when we see that show, March 14th, that's Benny from Neon Arcadia's birthday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I hope Benny comes.
And then, Benny will be there. Let's see.
Exciting.
You know what? I'll rattle off one more, and then we'll jump to a song. So March 20th in San Francisco, Turbo Drive. I mentioned this before. Turbo Drive's going to have Droid Bishop, and I think they're still looking for one more artist to play out there with them.
Very good. Where's that at? Oh, it's in San Fran?
That's San Fran, so I don't know. Maybe if Von Kaiser on the 28th, if they can like somehow get from Toronto to San Fran in one night.
I mean, they could use a night ride mobile. Maybe. Vosto, can you rev that up? Get it ready?
Yeah.
Road trip.
All right, you know what? Let's play a song.
Let's play. This is a badass tune. In fact, we are actually, we'd like to get Ray Gun Hero on the show eventually. We're trying to make that happen. But yeah, this is a badass tune. This is Boston artist Ray Gun Hero. He dropped an EP recently called Abandoned Sectors with 4 songs. Here is a track from that album. It's entitled War Ghosts, right here on Night Ride FM. once again. That was Ray Gun Hero with War Ghosts. That is a badass tune,
Yeah,
Jules.
great track.
Oh my god,
I love the vocals in that too. Here we go. Yeah, well,
it's good.
So yeah, from Boston too.
Very, very excited. I'm very excited. Every time I hear his stuff, I love it.
He's collaborated with Strappy, right?
Yeah, they're good buds, I think. So very good. All right, so we had to break up our touring segment because we have so many tours going on. So we're gonna jump into part 2 of our touring section here.
Sure.
So you want to let her rip here because you've been on a roll with these.
Yeah, right. So, right, March 21st, you brought this one to my attention. Purge Night in LA with Street Cleaner. And DJ sets from Jackson and Biddy Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something for LA. And then, March 27th, some band's going to be in Toronto. What the hell is their name?
Val Kilmer.
I can't remember. Anyways, they're going to be in Toronto.
Okay. Good to know, whoever that band might be in the chat room.
Oh, let's see, March 27th, The Bish, Let 'Em Riot, and Starfare are going to be in Seattle, so I know Karen's going to that one.
Ooh.
And then, on the 28th, they're going to be playing in Portland, the three of those guys. Droid Bishop, Let 'Em Riot, Starfare, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. Exciting.
Also, March 28th, in Tampere, Finland.
Ooh. Sounds
the
fancy.
Finns aren't finished.
Is that a fancy place?
Yeah.
Tampere.
Yeah, we got Ace Buchanan, Millennium Falk, and Glowline. They're going to be playing.
Nice.
And then let's see, April 10th and 11th, Dolly Ride. He's going to be in Glasgow and London, so he's going to be playing with LeBrock, who's also great with the shred.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be playing in Glasgow, and then Ollie runs down to London, and he's going to be playing with Nina in London on the 11th.
Very good.
And I think I know a couple of people going to that one. Let's see, Joe and Ashley. And someone else is going to that.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be there because just this jet setter now. Got a lot of shows.
As long as the coronavirus doesn't screw it
Yeah,
all up for me. And then, finally, August 27th to the 29th, everybody should know about this. It's the Rhode Island Neon Retro Fest. Like, bro, do you even synthwave? And yeah, they just announced Wave 2 of their artists.
Yeah, I'm so excited now. Wave 2 is what? Calax, Street Cleaner, LA Arson, Let 'Em Riot, Marvel 83, Velocity 128 with iterations. That's very interesting collab there. And Favorite.
Yeah, that's already on top of the Wave 1 artists, which is Betamax, Arcade High, Von Kaiser. Yeah, they're the guys playing in Toronto
That's who they
on the 27th. Yeah. And then there's what? Duet from the UK. Watch Out for Snakes from Atlanta. Vampire Stepdad from Atlanta. Mecha Maiko, who's from Toronto. And Lucy in Disguise from Portland. So, geez.
There you go. The place
Love
to
Lucy in
be.
Disguise.
Yeah.
They're amazing. I'm so stoked to be at that show. 2 shows coming up, man. Big time. Fun times. What a time to be a synthwave fan. And with that, I believe we're getting ready to start to wrap this thing up here. We are in the home stretch. It's time to jump into some shout-outs. All right, real quick. I want to send a couple quick shout-outs to Let 'Em Riot, Chef Tom, Serena Bunny X, Strap Locked, Diamond Fields, Faith in the Glitch, all my New York crew. Hopefully you guys will all be up at the next gig. I know, Serena will definitely be there. And good fun. Check us out. We're going to be up in New York. Me and Jules meet for the first time. So
That's right. A lot of people don't know that. We've never
IRL.
we've never met. That's
yeah, thank you.
IRL.
IRL. Earl.
And
We've never met Earl.
it's true. We've never met Earl, and I've never met Jules. So it's going to be fun. Real quick, part 2 of our Patreon supporters: Conroy Galastar, Inexcedra, Justin Matoli, Kevin Talley, Neverman, Nightmares and Neon, Pattern Shift, Synthopsis, Xeon B, and Lilu Dallas. I love saying that name. Once again, guys, remember to tune into the State of Synth Weekly to find out all the best news and hear all the coolest, freshest synthwave music. Special thanks, of course, go out to our very special guest, Ace Marino. Thank you very much for being on the show. This was great, man.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys having me.
And when
I didn't say that word once, did I?
You didn't, but I did. Stay hydrated, kids.
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated.
Once again, I am Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fawkes.
And I'm Ace Marino.
Nice. And
Don't forget.
Don't forget, stay hydrated. Too much fun. We're going to play you out here. We have a rad tune here. This is a tune from Polish producer Kassetter. And
he's on Fixed, right?
He is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you say the title because I'm going to mess it up.
This is Blue Cabriolet.
Oh, that's
Here on Night Ride FM. So yeah, everybody have a great night.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.